Greetings, Bill here again. After yesterday, today's the 29th of June. Today I am going to do as promised. I'm going to do a shave with my new Beauty, the Essence Razor by Tedalus. I loaded this up with a let's see if we can get a focus going here. Feather Super, Feather Professional Super, out of the Artist Club style blades. These are the thickest. In my opinion, they are the sharpest, okay? If you're a fan and you run out and you decide to get one of these tools, I would encourage you to contact these people at Tried Blade, get a blade sampler. They had a couple of setups for the, I think it was the Mongoose, which was a single edge guarded type razor where they had all these different blades. This being different in that the exposure out away from the spine on the blade is, I think, 3/10 of a millimeter more, okay? The other variation is this is thicker than all of them. This is the thickest of all of them, although the Pro Guard is thicker in the amount of room it takes inside the razor because it has a couple of layers of the guarding type stuff that goes on there. But as far as the blade itself goes, this is the thickest. I've used the Pro Light, which they're okay. They're not my fave. I won't buy any more of those. And I think I used the Pro Light Guard, which I did not really like either. But those are the only two out of all the Artist Club blades that I did not like. So I'm gonna try and get on with my shave. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit because I have a tendency to like talk and make my videos real long. And I don't want to violate one of my mentor's rules about having a lack of concentration, especially with this, because this is, and people would argue with me, this blade, in my mind and in my experience, is absolutely the sharpest blade that I've ever put to my face, okay? And I've compared it to many different ones, straight razors honed by people from different parts of the world. And I'm just saying, you know, this is what I like. So in the picture you see that I had the suds. I already did my prep, so it becomes a matter of just getting the paint on, and I'm not going to do quite as many passes that I'm going to do. I'm going to try and truncate it down just a little bit because I think this one can do it. So here we go. Maybe you'll very well be the first person to actually be able to post a shave using this tool on YouTube. I noticed today very popular YouTuber Chris Bailey got one, and I'm sure he'll be posting a shave with it. Okay, normally at this point I would have done, that pass would have been pass number 2. So I've eliminated the pass in them. Not as close as I normally am at the end of pass number 2, but I've only made 1 pass. So, and then at this point, I usually go what I consider for the most of my face against the grain. And the Feather Super, Pro Super, like always, just cuts so easy. So if you do elect to try to use one of these, if you have not, make sure that you're coming in flat, tipping up, and be careful, because this one will leave a racing stripe on you. Ask me how I know. I think I said in my show and tell review, one of the things I liked about this was just how thin this is, and how you can get so very, as you're shaving, you can get so very flat to the skin, and really keep the shallowest possible angle, because when you've got really sharp and you have the most shallow angle that you have, comfort is there. It's nice. It cuts and the comfort is there. So, and going down on this, it's just, you feel it. There's no resistance. I'm going to change my grip a little bit, because I got to play with the different grips that you have available on here. Before my razor showed up, I ordered a whole bunch of Feather Pro guards, because they're another blade I really like. So I got a little bit of blood going there. Had like an ingrown or something in there, and doesn't surprise me. Very nice. Really. Okay, so that's 2 passes, and I'm gonna come back and dress up a little bit in here like I normally do. I normally, at this point, am 3 passes, and then going for the 3.5 to clean this up in here. And then I'm going to be done, and I'm 10 minutes in on the shave. I do like this tool. I love this tool. I just can't say anything bad about it. Sometimes I can't say enough good about it. really nice. A little bit here, I'm gonna try and come back for that. A little bit over here, try and come back for that. I know in my style, I like to go ahead and brush some fresh soap on. So I try not to shave and then make a lot of passes. For me, I found that was just something that seemed to irritate me a little bit. A little bit of red there, might have had something else going on in there. I didn't feel it. That's how sharp these things are. Did not feel it. Yeah, that's a top shave. Top shave right there. There's been some talk about the buzz about the cost of this razor. It's not a cheap razor. However, if you look at it, it does cost a little bit more than the Feather DX, but the Feather DX is a nice tool, stylish. Okay, this has the sizzle in the pan, and this has the style, and I do like this. Speaking of cost, let's just talk just a little bit, okay? Let's say you wanted to be, I don't know where you are. If you're a guy that you've got your honing and bought all your stones and you got $50,000 tied up in vintage Spanish razors, this thing is not for you, okay? But if you're somewhere in the point where you have not really been satisfied with your honing, with your straights or whatever, you don't like the looks of although the functional, inexpensive Chevettes, they're functional. They do work. But let's say you go out and you want to buy some straights, and let's do a comparison. So you go out and you buy one really nice Tiers Asarda straight, okay? That's going to set you back maybe $300, okay, for this, okay? About the price of this. Then in addition to this, you've got to buy the rocks, okay? And let's say a Nano at 12K, it's $100 right there for the Nano one. And then if you want the other ones, they're $100 a pop. And then if you want any kind of a natural, you can go into JNats, and that'll cost you, maybe a couple $100. And a natural stone, there's no real standard. You buy this and they tell you it's a Uzuku or whatever these things are. How do you know what it is? And how do you know how it performs? You just don't. Okay, and then you're gonna go out and then you're gonna buy yourself a first cheap strop so you can hack it up a little bit, okay, for $50. And then you're gonna go out and you're gonna buy maybe a better strop, and because you want a better one. And then maybe you're gonna find that somebody says, well, horse or something or whatever. So then you can buy the horse strop or whatever. So 130. Before long, you got $1,000 tied up, and you just have the one razor. So then you got to buy two. So if you buy another one of those at another $300, or if you buy one to have a backup, so you always have two razors ready to go, you could get one that's like performs just like that for $100 and some bucks, but it doesn't have the ram's horn and the style and all that kind of stuff. You're way ahead of how much you would spend for this right here. And I just don't want to hear, well, I can get a CJB and it does the same thing. Yes, it does. If you want a CJB and with this blade, that'll work just as well. But if you want to enjoy this hobby the way I want to enjoy this, and you want to enjoy the essence, that's what this is. I love the title of this because this is the essence of open blade shaving for me. This is all of the beauty of it, all of the style, everything you want. The sharpness. This is, anybody that ever complains about European manufacturers and how they make bent razors and how they make all kind of garbage and then let's not even talk about the Chinese razors. Guess what? This one is perfect. This one is perfect. You don't ever have to worry about whether this is warped or whatever, or how to sharpen it and do any kind of a, swoop in motion and do whatever it is you got to do to sharpen it. You change the blade. Big deal. Okay. So, and if if you're at some point where you're looking to go open blade, I heartily recommend this because the blade options, although I originally thought positively about the fact that this can use injector blades, but it's like, why? The best injector blade is the Schick Pro line. And Schick Pro line makes an Artist Club size blade. Why would I use an injector blade? I don't know. I mean, I have them here. If I wanted to use them up, I'll use them up. I will at some point in time start playing around with the double-edged blades, which is an advantage. Although one of the things I think about a double-edged blade in this, I have double-edged blade chevettes, and they cover the ends of the blades. Now, the Artist Club blades, I don't know if you could kind of see on that, they're rounded. The blade is rounded. Some of the double-edged blades, which are made for double-edged razors, and some of the injector blades, okay, the Schick Pro lines are rounded down because the Schick Pro line injector size were made for a chevette that Schick had, okay? So there is a danger, okay, of having an edge there. It's not hard to take care of. You can actually go up to your mirror and you can just take the corner and just rub it a little bit on your mirror. It's not going to hurt the mirror. You can take a glass or something and just rub the corner a little bit so it's not going to be such a stabby point. And when I get to playing around with the double-edged blades, I'm probably going to go back around and I'm probably going to find, I'll try through a whole bunch of them like I did with my other chevettes, but probably what I'm going to find is that my favorite snap double-edged blade for the chevette is going to be the Gillette Silver Blue. That's just so happens what I like. So anyhow, the Essence, one of the other negatives that I heard about Essence was somebody did not like the name Essence because it had to do with a guy that doesn't shower and some stinky stuff that he splashes all over him. So in honor of the Essence, I'm going to take the Essence of Man, and being originally from Baltimore, I am going to prove that I have been delivered from my Joe Namath hatred, and I am going to take it. Now, I did shower after work today, so I'm not really stinky, although I did use the sheep soap, which is kind of a stinky stuff. So I'm going to take some of, just like I said on my first shave, I'm going to take some of this stinky stuff, and I am going to splash it all over me after my first shave with the Essence of Razor, with the most glorious stank ever, the Essence of Man, Brut. To all of those who I have communicated with here and there after the market opening on this razor, there's a number of you who deserve recognition for your contributions. I said yesterday about Manuel, you did this thing, buddy. You did this thing. You communicated with me early, and you were well along with what you wanted. And when I gave you my input, you had already designed everything that I wanted plus into this razor. It was already in the plans, and I was just ecstatic about it. So to the gentleman in Belgium who was one of the testers and shaves with this thing with a feather super, does a head shave with it. I appreciate you. I think there's a gentleman by the name of Ron. Obviously, Ryan, you had input, and you're a big fan of the Essence. So to all those of you who contributed and are in the Essence company, yeah, it's a plastic glass, but it's got a high-end scotch with a little bit of ginger ale. I salute you. Thanks, guys. It's been great. I really, really look forward to many, many more wonderful shaves with the Essence razor. Those of you that do jump in, I wish you luck. Get a hold of me if you need to somehow or another. I'm on the shaved end. My handle there is Edison Carter. Okay. Anything I can do to help you out, I most certainly will. So you guys take care.